Fence is working exactly as I had hoped. I have yet to have any creatures get through it. In fact, this bunny seems to love the clover that grows around the fence. We have honeybees, we have bumblebees, we have some wasps, and I think I've even seen a yellow jacket or two in here. But there's lots of bee activity on these raspberries. And as you could probably see, we have a few berries, and they're still going all around getting the flowers. Not sure how well you could see the pods in this video, but there are a bunch. These are the Alaska peas, and they're doing pretty well for how many that I have planted. While the Alaska peas have very few flowers left and lots of pods, the little marvel peas are just a hair behind them. You could probably see there are a few peas, but there's mostly flowers on these. If I was to use a word to describe the okra plants that I planted last weekend, it would probably be shock. Many of them are still showing a pretty good deal of transplant shock. Hopefully they recover at least most of them, or all of them, I really wish. They have little stands along the side of them because some of them got a little leggier than they should have been. Okra's usually pretty good at standing up on its own. I'm hoping with just a little bit of time they'll recover and all will be well with the okras. Not sure how many red berries you could see in this video, but there's a lot. These are the strawberries. In the front are the seascapes, which seem like they're about a week or two ahead of the Albions, seeing that I got the Albions about 2 weeks after the seascapes. The Albions are toward the back, there's 50 of them. And the seascapes, there's about 30 of them are in the front. The eggplants are also seem to be going through a bit of a shock. These were put in Monday. They were put in a previous place where I had lettuce. I think they're just going to need some time to get over the shock. But they're looking a lot better than they were the day I put them in. This is my dwarf blue kale. I've been worried about it bolting for probably about a month now. It still hasn't. It's going strong. There's been a little growth since the last video on the Neckar Gold wax pole bean. The other 3 I have planted have still not come up. I'm going to place a few more seeds in. Hopefully we'll get some better germination than we've had thus far. I've placed 2 seeds in each one of the 4 planting spots I've set up. These are my in-ground potatoes. They're doing pretty good. I still have not gotten a chance to get extra dirt to hill them up. It's going to have to happen sometime this week because I'm not going to get a lot of potatoes once they start going to flower if I can't get more dirt around them for the roots to grow into to make more potatoes. What a difference a few days makes when it comes to asparagus spears. You'll probably notice you could see a little bit of a fern looking thing sticking out where the spears were coming up at. Those are going to gather energy, put it back into the roots. So next year we'll have an even bigger amount of them. I don't think we're going to pick any next year. We're going to wait until the year after that. Then we should have a decent harvest. It's kind of hard to see, especially with the wind today, but there's a tiny little green thing on this tomato plant. This is one of my Super Sweet 100s, and this is the first tomato in the garden. The rhubarb really hasn't done much, I would say, in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. I do think a little rain would help. Hopefully we get some in the next coming couple days. These are the red onions. Their growth's kind of slowed down as it got warmer. Hopefully rain will help. Yeah, yesterday I gave them a little bit of fish emulsion. That should also help with getting the nutrients back up in the soil. These are the yellow onions. They seem to be doing a little bit better than the red onions for some reason. I'm seeing a lot more top growth on them. Not 100% sure why. The red onions were planted probably about a week and a half before the yellow ones were. I also gave these fish emulsion yesterday, as I did with the red onions, hopefully to keep the nutrient level up in the soil and help them grow. I'm not sure if you could clearly make these out in this video. I have cut 6 holes in the plastic here, and I've planted in each hole 2 seeds for a yellow doll, yellow meated watermelon. They're small, kind of like a sugar baby, but a little smaller than that even. And they're a yellow watermelon. I really like the taste, and the big reason why I'm growing them is you can't get them in stores in our area at all anymore. They're still fairly small, so I'm not sure how well they stand out in the video. But I have a decent number of carrots that have come up from seeds. I'll see if I could try to point a couple out. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. These are a variety of carrot called Chantenay. This plastic row you're seeing here, it's about 30 feet long. This is going to be peppers planted shortly. I was hoping to get them done this weekend. Unfortunately, other things came up and it was just not able to happen. The pepper plants are doing great. I should be getting them in within the next few days. I'm going to have some banana peppers. I'm going to have some California Wonder, just a regular bell peppers. And I'm going to have a hybrid variety of peppers that are just completely yellow, but they look like a bell pepper. So we should have some decent peppers probably come August. Last but not least in this video, I want to show you 2 new additions to the garden. These are tomatoes. They're an indeterminate variety from Asia. They're called mandarin tomatoes. The seeds were pretty expensive for each seed. I'm going to grow 5 of them behind the okras. There's room for them, in the hopes that I can get them to give me a few tomatoes, save the seed, and get more next year. They're an orange tomato, kind of like a mandarin orange, and they're also very low in acid. So hopefully I get a few of those this year. I've put 2 of them out. I'm not 100% sure if I've gotten them hardened off enough. I'm hoping these 2 will be my little test, and I will bring the other 3 out once these puppies do okay, and hopefully I don't have to use the other 3 to replace these 2 if they don't make it.